Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Obviously, this is gonna be a life update video, as you could tell from the title, I'm sure. I originally, oh my god, you guys. Let me just take it there with you guys. I have filmed this video before. I got all made up. I got off of the couch, which I know doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you're sad and a little depressed, getting off the couch is a very big deal. So I got off the couch on my day off last week. I did my hair, which I haven't done in a little while. I did my makeup all like how I normally would, which also haven't done in a little while. And I filmed this entire life update video, hair, makeup, everything, and it was blurry. I can insert footage of it right here to prove it, just to show you guys I'm not a liar. But yeah, it was all blurry, all totally unusable. So hopefully I'm in focus this time. That has luckily never happened to me before. It's the first time for everyone, I'm sure. I still wanted to make this video. I still wanted to talk to you guys and just put out a life update because a lot has changed in my life recently, and that's kind of when I feel like making these videos. The biggest thing that is changing in my life right now is my husband and I have decided to move to Austin, Texas. For those of you who don't know, I currently live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We moved here so my husband could attend grad school at LSU, which was great. Hooray, he graduated with his graduate degree in geology and geoscience. So if you know anyone hiring, call me. And he graduated in May, so we've kind of just been hanging out in Baton Rouge. He's been putting out a ton of job applications, mainly in the Houston, Texas area where we're from. Unfortunately, none of those have panned out. So I just don't want to be stuck waiting for him to get something in Baton Rouge. It's just, I mean, okay, how do I phrase all this? So Baton Rouge is not a horrible place, first of all. Second of all, we've been here for 3 years now. Originally, we had kind of planned on only being here 2 years, so I'm already like a year and a half over what I thought it would be. And honestly, I haven't really had the easiest time making friends here, which is something I kind of face all the time in my real life, to be totally honest. I have a very difficult time making female friends and maintaining female relationships. It's not that I'm like not good necessarily at like making friends. Like I have people who I call my friends. I'm just like, I'm a very complicated person, I guess. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just like one of those girls who's like, oh, I'm a snowflake, I'm so different and unique. And you're like, no girl, you're basic as hell. Maybe I'm one of those, who knows? All I can tell you is I'm very introverted in the way that I don't really like to do anything on my weekends, hardly ever. I like to mainly just hang out with my husband. I don't really like to socialize a ton, but I'm also kinda extroverted. Like I put together a kickball tournament. I like to like throw big group events and things like that, like watching fireworks for the 4th of July or just whatever. I like group things as well, but I'm also like, I don't know, it's just, I guess like I'm very reflective, I'm very self-aware, but I just have been burned a lot while I've lived in Baton Rouge. I've had a lot of friendships sour, which sucks, but also it's just always kind of bittersweet when friendships end, because it's like it sucks that it's over, but also it doesn't suck that it's over because like you were a shitty friend or a bad friend or whatever the case may be. The point is I just don't feel connected to Baton Rouge anymore. I used to feel very like at home here. I used to feel very excited about the people I was around and the environment I was in day to day. And I work somewhere that kind of has like a high turnover, so a lot of people who I felt were like my good friends and stuff have left. So I no longer have like my like really close good friends at work anymore. I mean, I have me and my husband currently work together, which is great. I have him, but I also have a lot of people who are really shitty to me at my job right now. So, you know, the environment's just a little different. I don't really talk about everything with everyone, ironically enough. I feel like people think I'm such a gossip, but I'm really just, I don't know, just me. I don't share all of my life with people, which goes back to me being an introverted extrovert. I'm very reserved when it comes to sharing details of my life with people. I'm very much an introvert in that way. You kind of have to pull information out of me. I don't really freely offer it up, but I am still able to make friends. I'm not an alien. I have a lot of good friends right now in Baton Rouge, but it's not enough. It's never gonna be enough for me to keep like, you know, have like friends or like a couple of friends be the reason I live in a city. Because like I said, I know I can make friends elsewhere. Like I have a likable personality, I would like to think. I hope so. Oh my god. So I'm not really afraid to go to a new city, and certainly not Austin, Texas. I used to live in Austin. My husband used to live in Austin. We're both very familiar with the city. Actually, some of my oldest YouTube videos are filmed from my apartment in Austin when I was 19. So it's crazy to think like 8 years later, I'm full circling coming back, but like with a husband now. Hooray. I took a trip back home to Texas, made a whole vlog about it recently by myself, and after I came home from that trip, I pretty much just cried for like 2 straight hours once I like walked into the door. And even that like final stretch of highway coming home, I just remember thinking like, I don't really want to be coming home right now. Like, I don't really want to be driving here right now. I want to be in Texas. I need to be in Texas. Like, my soul just feels more whole when I'm in Texas. The environment that I work in has also kind of changed because, you know, I have had to start like putting up walls, and like I said, I've kind of been burned a lot at work. I have, in a way, there's been a part of me that's become very bitter and very resentful, and just like, I guess, you know, like going down the like hatred path of life, and I'm just like, I don't want to be that person. So I feel like the longer we're here, the more I'm turning into somebody else, and somebody who I don't like, and someone who I wouldn't respect that much. So I don't really want to stay here because it's like turning me into a bad person kind of. And I'm not trying to like blame anything on anything. Oh, I just knocked my phone straight out of my lap. But I'm just trying to explain my thought process of why I want to move. I fully understand, like, I could have a better attitude. I could just try and be positive every day. And like, I understand, like, it's equally my fault too, I get that. However, I can't explain the feeling I have in my soul when I'm in Texas. I'm just like, yes, this is where I'm meant to be. It just feels right. I also want to be a little closer to my family. Austin is not where my family lives. My family's like an hour away from, or excuse me, wow, that'd be great. Like 3 hours away from Austin, but it's like all country farm road, so it's really not that bad of a drive at all. I've made that drive like 1,000 times when I used to live in Austin. And also on top of that, so it's about a 3.5 hour drive right now. It's about a 5 hour drive, so it's pretty far from my parents right now. It's not crazy far. I don't have to get on a plane by any means, but it is like a really big trip. Whereas, you know, driving to Austin in 3 hours is like, we could drive there and like drive back and just take a day trip. It's not that bad. At least I don't think so anyway. And yeah, my family's like finally in a really good place. I feel like my family has had turmoil our whole lives forever and ever, amen. We've always had problems. One of us has always had something going on, like whoever. I mean, besides my mom. I think my mom's the only one who's never really given us problems, but the rest of us, all problem children. Like, it's been a wild ride, y'all, but we are finally all getting along. We're all in a really good place. Like, I want to be around my brother and sister and my nephew. So it's hard being away from them too, especially since we're all in a good place right now and I want to be around my family. And another reason, I could like sit here all day and tell you reasons why I want to move back to Texas, but I'm gonna end on this one, I guess. I'm gonna cut myself off. Last reason I would like to move back is because the only friends I have in Baton Rouge are from where I work. Everyone that I'm friends with, everyone that I know here, I'm friends with through my job or know from my job somehow. So I feel like I'm in this little like bubble of like, you know, honestly, the best thing I can explain or describe it is like high school. When you're in high school and you go to school with all the same people, you know all the same people, like it's very high schooly. It can be very cliquey, and it's just like, I need out of the bubble. And I have friends in Austin, Texas. Hi, hello, Erica. Hopefully when this video goes up, I will actually be staying with her because I'm about to pack my bags and leave to go to Austin with my husband tomorrow morning, bright and early, to look at places to live. We are both transferring our jobs. We're just transferring over to a different store, so that's great. And once I get into Austin, I will more than likely start looking at hair salons again because there are so many, especially so many Aveda salons. So I'm really excited to start a new chapter of my life, get on a better journey for us. There's also like a million more job opportunities for my husband there, which is great because there's 0 for him in Baton Rouge, so hooray. like I said, I could really go on and on and on. I could make this like a 35-minute video being like reasons why I gotta get the fuck out of Louisiana. But yeah, I think I'm gonna cut it off. But like I said, I'm gonna end it on a roundabout way and tell you that Louisiana is not a terrible place. Baton Rouge is not a horrible place to live. It has a lot of culture, it has a lot of personality, it has an identity, and I really appreciate and like that about it. But I just gotta go, man. It's just not for me. I'm just really ready to go back to Texas. There's so much about Texas I miss. I gotta go back. It is time. The second thing I wanted to address in this life update video is a question I have been getting so fucking much. I can't even how many times I get asked this, and that is, are you pregnant? When are you having a baby? Are y'all having kids? Is that why you're moving to Austin? Oh my God, you're pregnant? Wait, what? It's nonstop. It's every day of my life. People are always wondering when Adam and I are gonna have a baby, and the answer is, I will fucking tell you when. It's not now. If I haven't told you, that means it's not now. You really just don't need to ask. Like, it's so annoying. I remember hearing women saying like how annoying it was to be questioned about their, like, you know, motherhood, I guess. But I never fully understood it until this stage of my life where I'm like settled in, I'm married, we've been together for a while, so people ask me all the fucking time, especially now that we're moving. People are like, oh, you're moving back to Texas? Oh, are you having a baby? Oh my God. I'm like, no guys, I would have told you. We're just not ready to have kids. We're not in a position to raise children right now. We're just not ready. We could have kids, but it would make us struggle so much right now. Having kids would put such a major struggle on not only us financially, but also like our relationship, because we'd be fighting about finances and all sorts of other problems. Like, we just aren't in a place to take care of a child, which is why I'm on birth control and why we're waiting to have kids. So yeah, that's the tea on that. I'll let y'all know. I promise no one will be more excited about having babies than I will when I am pregnant. I will be very excited. We want kids. I understand most of the time when people are asking about that, it's coming from a good place, but I'm just here to tell you, even though it's coming from a good place, it still doesn't feel good. And the last thing I'm going to address in this video, well, maybe not, but the last like bullet point I had on my phone was growing out my fingernails. I have fingernails now. I have been biting my nails since they took my pacifier away, since I was a child. Like, I remember that day fully. That's when I started biting my fingernails, and I just never quit. Ironically enough, to keep everything on brand, the last time I grew out my fingernails, I was 19 and living in Austin, Texas. So just here we are again. I have a massive nail polish collection. It's kind of wild. I pretty much accumulated all of them in 2010, 2011, 2012, kind of that time span of my life is when I got like all of these nail polishes. I put together a nail polish swatching video, which I think will be out next week, or maybe it's the one before this video. Not really sure what order these are gonna go up in, because you never know when I'm gonna have time to edit. But that video, holy shit, that video took like 8 hours to film. It took so long to film because I had to let each like swatch and nail polish dry in between. So I was just sitting there like, at one point I was like, dude, I'm literally watching paint dry. Like, holy shit, what a fun life. But I've just really been enjoying playing with my nail polish collection, getting to know nail polish again and getting back into that. It is something I really, really enjoy. And it's also kind of like, obviously picking at my nails and biting my fingernails is an anxiety tic that I've dealt with my whole life. It's the worst when I'm driving. My mom hates it. My mom would always tell me when I'm driving, stop picking your nails, because we'd be at a red light and it'd just be like, pick, 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 pick. You'd just like hear me fiddling away, and she was like, oh my God, stop. And finally, by growing my nails out, I haven't bit them since I quit. I quit around July-ish, end of July, beginning of August. Like beginning of August pretty much is when I started growing out my fingernails. I wouldn't show you them right now, but here's the thing. Instead of picking at my fingernails to alleviate some of my anxiety or like stress, what I do now is chip away at my nail polish. So it helps in the same way that picking at my nails does. It still gives me something to like fiddle with, you know, to like get those like jitters out, I guess, because I'm just an anxious human. But instead, it's not just like tearing away at my fingernail, because my fingernails got really bad, as some of you probably know from my past videos. Thank you so much for calling me out. It didn't hurt my feelings at all. Really like just like playing with fingernail polish. So I'll sit here and just like pick away at it. See, especially the chunky glitter polish, that stuff is so good to pick up. My pinky nail just got broken today, so hooray. It's been a good time. I think my favorite brand of nail polish is China Glaze. Anyways, I think that's actually everything I needed to tell you guys, or wanted to anyway. It's crazy to me because, you know, I'm kind of like a walking oxymoron. I feel like a lot of Aquariuses are, but I feel like a walking oxymoron because I'm very like introverted, extroverted, like I'm very like two personalities kind of, you know, but I'm not a Gemini, don't worry. But I have suspicions I'm a Gemini rising. I don't know the time I was born. I could go off on tangents. Why am I so chatty tonight? Oh my God. I think I'm trying to like progress like packing or not start packing or wash my hair because my hair is so filthy right now. Y'all, I'm literally on day 13. Hi, new beauty guru on the spot. Who is she? Oh wow, yeah, day 13 hair over here. Living my best. Like I said, I did film a video in full hair and makeup for y'all. I did care, but now I don't. Pretty much the new slogan of my life. I did care, but now I don't. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up because I have a ton of stuff I need to do as per usual. I love you all so much. Those of you who watched to the end, thank you so much. Unless you're someone who's like hate watching my videos, get something better to do, please. Love you all again. I hope you're having a great week. I am about to see Billie Eilish. I'm gonna see Billie Eilish in Houston, which I'm super, super, super excited about. There will be a vlog, don't you worry. There will be a Billie Eilish vlog. I'm so pumped. I love you all so much. Like I said, hope you're having a good week, and I hope I see you next Wednesday for the Billie Eilish vlog. Ah, so excited. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.